Hey, JRT here, and welcome back to another video. First, let's start off on what's playing in the background. This is Hardcore Kill Confirmed on Nuketown, and I do a pretty good job on this one. I get 105 kills and 13 deaths using my COD class, and what my COD class entails is for my attachments, I'm using Long Barrel and Quick Draw, and as far as my perks, I'm using Ghost, Fast Hands, Anti-Up, Dead Silence, and Awareness. Now, what I really wanted to talk about in this video was, I guess you can call it e-sportsmanship. It says sportsmanship. So in other words, what I mean by that is every time I have a great game or someone else has a great game, I mean, it doesn't have to be me. It's you get spam messages or people talking smack in the lobby saying how you hacked or you have a modded controller or anything like that. And that's the worst part, is why is it every time they do bad, someone does bad, it has to be hacking. God forbid someone is actually good at the game. I have been playing a lot, and actually I've been playing a long time, and found that I've been getting more messages as games come and go. And I think it all started when all the MLG crap really started taking off, and more people started trying to play the game. And people go from core to hardcore, and we get a bigger player base over the years. Primarily though, out of all the excuses, and I hate the fact that we have scuff controllers and modded controllers, because anybody that's actually good, it just gives people an excuse saying that you had a modded controller. Now, I've never played with a scuff controller, so I'm not really sure exactly how much of an advantage you get. Primarily it's just mapping, and you get a taller thumbstick, shorter thumbstick, whatever. And I play hardcore, so none of that really matters to me as far as sustained aiming. But I just hate the idea that people have an excuse to go by to justify why they're doing bad. Even if you're not great and you had an awesome game, they may still say that you had a modded controller, or you cheated, or you glitched somehow. I just think overall the Call of Duty community has changed for the worse. I just think it's not going to get any better. And I mean, I used to get a lot of hacker messages back then. I mean, not a lot, but it came and went. And as the games progressed, it just got worse and worse and worse. And when I used to play on the PS3 back in Modern Warfare days, and I played every single game since on launch day. And on the PS3, there wasn't a huge community. Everybody went over to the Xbox 360, so the hardcore community was really small. Everybody pretty much knew each other, and it was always a good game. Once in a while you get some bad messages or you get something, but for the most part it was always, hey, good game, or what kind of class setup did you use on that game? I'd like to try it. But the community was just a lot better. They used to say good game. I mean, you can obviously tell when someone hacked, and if you have any kind of suspicion before accusing them, just look at theater mode. That's all you really need to do. And nobody can ever justify what I'm doing to cheat, and that's the funny thing, because I'm not. And that's the worst part about the community, is they're gonna always find an excuse when they start doing bad. It's just the way it is. And I think, and I'm not sure if it's like those teams when you actually play, that everybody wins a trophy even if you lose. So, I mean, if you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm saying there, that if you do bad, man up, change your score streaks, do something different, so you're not getting clobbered. Now there's some, and I'm not sure if it's because now that the community's gotten bigger, and a lot of people think hardcore is easy, which I can guarantee you it's not. In my opinion, I think Team Deathmatch is the easiest because a lot of noobs like playing that, and I get some pretty high kills off of that every single time. So a lot of core players that are popular on YouTube, they play 1 or 2 games of hardcore and call it quits. I don't see them getting a nuclear too often, or even play more than 1 game, and I never see them play ever anybody higher than a 2KD or a 3KD, ever. And I've shown you plenty of times of guys that were had a higher KD. Now they didn't have, what I mean by that is 2.5 KD, 3 KD, 2 KD, somewhere around there. And there are a lot of great hardcore players, and I think there are a lot of potential of making hardcore an MLG type game mode. There's a lot of talent that takes place, and a lot of people don't realize that. And I think there's some great players like Grey Disciple, Korean, and there's some others out there that are really great players. Now, as far as Korean goes, I know he uses a SCUF controller. I mean, he even advertises it on his channel as far as giveaways and things like that. So he uses one, and again, I'm not sure if there's really an advantage to it other than weapon mapping, jumping, being able to shoot while you jump, which you can still do that if you're a good player in hardcore. Like I said, hardcore only. Core might be a different story, but hardcore, it's not that big a deal. I mean, you get adjusted height on thumbsticks and things like that that can be part of that controller, but other than that, it's not that big a deal. Now, there are other modern controllers out there that have rapid fire on every gun and things like that, which, yeah, I consider that somewhat cheating, but I could still kill them. And in hardcore, it's so easy. As far as one person can carry the team sometimes, but if that guy really needs to rely on a modded controller, most likely that guy's usually bad anyway. And I'm not saying that as far as Korean goes. He's probably doing it because he likes the feel of it better. He likes using the paddles better than the X button, circle button, triangle button, whatever. So I don't really consider that a really bad controller. Just, I don't prefer using it. It's like $160, $120. And for me, I do great without it. So I see no point in even trying to buy one, really. And if you use one, great. If you like it, great. I may end up putting down money on it someday, and just to try it out. But I'm not sure if Gray Disciple uses one or not, but he's another great player. And it's just, I don't know, I just think it's really bad when people start having to complain and spam people because they're not as great as the next player is. Or maybe they had a bad game. For me, I have a class set up for almost every scenario, just in case I have a really bad game or they have some kind of score streak set up, and I'm not afraid to change up. I think some people get so raveled that they forget to change a class, or they just really want to kill this guy and they die over and over and over again. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with the rest of the video. I have a few videos out showing how bad that some of these people get as far as message spamming and just overall talking smack in the lobby, saying how I hacked to that prestige, I'm the max prestige, whatever. But some are some older videos, and some still have screen tearing. Like this video shows a little bit of screen tearing in it, and I'm not quite sure why. It has fixed it since I set my Elgato to priority, a higher priority. But there's still some screen tearing, and I think that's coming from their update. So I apologize for that. Some of the future videos also have some more screen tearing, but I do plan on trying to figure out how to fix it. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys will enjoy my next few videos I'm going to be putting up. You got to stay all the way through. You got to listen to the lobby chat. That's the most interesting. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.
The 54 Immortals crush all opposition.